Now this is the stomach. Now what you are being taught in the earlier classes is that epithelium. So organs, hollow organs are lined by epithelium. Fundamentals, you know. And this is the esophageal end, this is the cardiac, this is the cardiac and esophageal end, this is the pyloric end. Now, it is the anterior surface, posterior surface. This is the lesser curvature, this is the greater curvature. Now, what I am telling you, what we are looking into is the inner surface of the stomach. Okay, inner surface of the stomach. Just observe, inner surface of the stomach. Get it? Now, you see that the epithelial lining, it's like this. It is because the stomach has a capacity and the epithelial surface is in folds are there. So, now this has glands, pits, and the linings are having a type of cells in the different regions of the stomach and in the esophageal end and the squamous cell epithelium. Now, the epithelia is demonstrated there. You see and go on, read and draw a rough sketch. And on the next phase, like the go home, or you sit here and write notes on the lab notebook. Get it? Now, I am talking about, this is a muscular layer and this is the inner surface. Okay? Now, this is one organ. What are these? Uterus. Okay? Now, this is more or less a normal size, and this is the uterus with a pathological condition of uterine fibroid. Both complain of abnormal uterine bleeding, but this is having a tumor, this is not having any tumor, but there is some dearrangement. This actually a mysterious organ, I would say. Jamon, it is very hard to understand women. Even their organ is also a puzzling and mysterious organ to the doctor. Now, I am just telling you, I have cut slice you see the slit, that is the endometrial cavity. The slit is the endometrial cavity. Okay? Now, that is lined by epithelium. This epithelium sheds every menstrual period. আবার নতুন ভাবে তৈরি হয়. Get it clear? Now you see, now one thing, this is the fallopian tube. This is the fallopian tube. This is the ovary. Now, the fallopian tube, when you see, there is a slide that will be given to you, the difference between appendix and fallopian tube you can make. And now main thing is that the fallopian tube has a fimbria, funneler moton, and this is lined by ciliated columnar epithelium. Because the ovum is released during ovulation, and that after intercourse it goes, the spermatozoa goes inside the vagina and goes inside the cervix, internal os, external os, internal os, then the endometrial cavity, and it rushes through and goes, finds a path and goes to the fallopian tube. But if the ovum is come earlier and waiting in platform number 2 for Shantiniketan Express, they collide, fuse, and if there is in the tube, if there is in the pelvic cavity or in the normal endometrial cavity. So the portion that is goes ectopic outside your uterine cavity. That is a very urgent emergency. That's why if nowadays ultrasound, one of the best tools, and you can diagnose many things which MRI CT cannot. Okay, she says that Dr. Babu, amar duto dag esche, mane this prega news. Prega news, you see the kit, but don't go for a direct order for a termination. You are a gynecologist DGO. You want to this thing, don't have an ultrasound done. But it can be an ectopic also. You take the bill, and she goes after 24 hours, you come to know that she has been hospitalized. So have patience and handle things. This is a composite of tongue, pharynx, larynx. See, this is the tongue, this is the larynx, this is the epiglottis, the shutter mechanism of the thing, and these are all lined by mucous membrane. And you see the cartilages, these are the cartilages, these are laryngeal cartilages, this is larynx, this is the tracheal cartilages. Okay, তুমি নিজেরটা দেখো না, you just palpate, রোগ গেলবে, তোমার হাফ মানে 60% অ্যানাটমি তোমার নিজের বডি থেকে পড়ে যাবে, আর লিভিং অ্যানাটমি পড়বে। দ্যাট ইজ দি মোস্ট ইন্টারেস্টিং পার্ট। ধরো এখানে একটু সলমন খানের মতন একটু মনে হচ্ছে যে এই সলমন খান যদিও দাড়ি রাখে না, বিরাট কোহলি, তো ওর জামা খুলে দিল, শার্ট খুলে দিল, ওর বডিটা দেখে নিল, বাইসেপস ট্রাইসেপস দেখে নিল, হি ইজ আ মডেল। ওকে, নাও উইথ দিস ইন্ট্রোডাকশন এমনি করে দেখবে না, ইট ইজ আ মনোকুলার নয়, এটা বাইনোকুলার মাইক্রোস্কোপ। সো ইউ ট্রাই টু মেক হ্যাবিট, যে কদিন হিস্টোলজি করবে, sit down. What I want to stress is that be very comfortable to handle equipments and relax. আমার বক্তব্য হচ্ছে সহজ, তুমি হাত নেবে এরকম, এবার প্রথমে এটা যাই হোক, এখন এটা ফিক্স করে দিয়েছে, 10x থেকে শুরু করবে, 5x থেকে শুরু করবে, just to see when you're in practical class, but when you're in the exams, it will be fixed for you. You have to just adjust your fine adjustment like this fine adjustment. Okay. Now you see, according if you are wearing specs or you are having some problem horizontally, and এটা হচ্ছে vertical, মানে you have a section like this. Okay, this is the tissue. Now you want to scan up and down. এটা. Okay. Now you want to scan. Hello? Microscope, you hold it, put your bag and all. Mine, this Jhola Putli is going against the law, but I cannot help because everything is in there. And so, মানে এটা আমার মানে এই সব কিছুই আছে ওর মধ্যে। বেশ, এটা এটা আমি এখানে লকারে আসলে চাবিটা আনিনি। মানে আমি বলতে চাইছি যে মাইক্রোস্কোপি ইউ জাস্ট কাম, ও ব্যাগ নিয়ে কি হলো রে, কি দিয়েছে, ও ঠিক আছে চলে গেলে। ক্যাপসুল, এটা কর্টেক্স, কর্টেক্স বাইরের দিকে। এবার জোনা গ্লোমেরুলোসা, জোনা ফ্যাসিকুলেটা, জোনা রেটিকুলারিস, এগুলো এবার এগুলোর ডিসক্রিপটিভ বইয়ে পড়ে নেবে এবং এগুলো থেকে স্মল স্মল সেলস are there. Okay, now this is the medullary portion. Now what I want to say is that এইভাবে ফার্স্ট ক্লাস এটা বেশ, এইটা হচ্ছে horizontally scan horizontally. If you want to go, এটা বড় ম্যাগনিফিকেশন আছে 10x এ 40x, এগুলো সব হায়ার ম্যাগনিফিকেশন। এটা এই দেখো, এইটা যখন এরকম করে সরাবে তখন তুমি ক্যাপসুলটা দেখতে পাবে, দেখতে পাবে, কর্টেক্সটা দেখবে, তারপরে মেডুলাটা দেখবে। তারপরে এবার তুমি একটা ফোকাস, ইউ ওয়ান্ট টু ফোকাস in a field, in a higher magnification. And you see, now you can see the cell of the gland, beautiful with nuclear hematoxylin. এই দেখো, আমি তোমাকে এতটা ফিল্ডে নিয়ে এলাম। এবার from this thing you go there, and whatever you do is that you, now this is like this, you okay, and this goes like this. Okay, you arrange this eyepieces according to your eyes. Then you draw a rough sketch like this. Now this is a capsule like this. Then this is the capsule. Then it is the cortex. This is the medulla. এবার এগুলো জোনা গ্লোমেরুলোসা, জোনা রেটিকুলারিস, জোনা ফ্যাসিকুলাটা, ঠিক আছে। এবার তোমার এই সেলস গুলো দেখে নাও, এখান থেকে এরকম করে সব আসছে, ঠিক আছে। দেখো, seeing is believing. দেখো, pieces, and that can be regulated accordingly. So you put your hands like this. Your hands means your, এগুলো শুনো, এটা একটা লোয়েস্ট ম্যাগনিফিকেশনে, এটা বোধহয় 40-10, এটাতে নেবে। Now see, now this is, you go as a horizontally you are scanning the slide like this. There you go. Okay, now you are going like this. This lower, this is horizontal, this horizontal, but from left to right, and this is from anterior to posterior. When you view a slide, you have to get the best feel. And if you are having a camera attachment for photomicrography, then you take the best feel, the clarity with the cells, with their nucleus and other cellular structures. And you focus accordingly, you have a fine adjustment like this. খুব সুন্দর আছে, সুন্দর আছে। ওখানে আর একটা স্লাইড আছে খুব ভালো, তবুও তুমি দেখো সেলস গুলো দেখতে পাচ্ছ, এই দেখো আমি এটা ফেটে গেছে কিছু কিছু জায়গায়, কিন্তু তোমার ভিজিবিলিটি আছে। এটা যেমন goes on the thing to the occipital lobe and the vision area. But actually it is a science we'll be learning when you go to the nervous system. So whatever you're seeing, you try to this process, it goes and it's being stored there. তুমি যখন এমনি করে দেখছো, ওটা এরকম করে দেখছো।
Sir, I have tried, but it seems
No. This is the place you practice. Binocular vision. ঠিক আছে? আর ওই এসে ছবি তুলবে না। Don't, because microscopy and photomicrography is a highly evolved, এক একটা মাইক্রোস্কোপের দাম কয়েক লাখ টাকা, যেখানে রিসার্চ মাইক্রোস্কোপ গুলো আছে। So you have to think in that term. You are sitting in front of a microscope where you can visualize more better than your iPhone, because that optics is not being settled in the plane the picture should be taken.